Hey everybody, what's up? We are here with a timeless reading. Welcome. The first card that we have out is Queen of Pentacles. Okay. I get this sense of you spending time watering your own garden right now. You can be focusing on some more long-term plans that you have. You can also feel like you're just on a personal level making progress, figuring out the next steps, even looking at things and figuring out where you want to go from here. I'm seeing something about planning for the future that you want. You can be spending time connecting with what you want, maybe really getting to the bottom of that. You can also be counting your blessings as well. Okay. All right. I am seeing a tower on the bottom of the deck. With Queen of Pentacles and Three of Wands, there can definitely be a focus on things moving forward, and you can be seeing the progress that you've made, where you're standing now, where you want to be going. I'm seeing strength, so there can be something that feels difficult about doing that right now. Maybe there's something that feels difficult about thinking further ahead. Or maybe there's something that feels difficult with even figuring out what's going on now in relation to where you want things to be going. I want to see why this would be, though. I feel like it's more about getting in touch with how you feel than anything. That may be why. I don't think it's about actually planning. This feels like about knowing your agenda for the plan more than anything. I want to clarify it anyway, though. Yeah. Knowing your agenda. So maybe there's some unexplored territory that you're stepping into, some unknown territory that you're stepping into. I think some soul searching that's happening here. Checking in with yourself and what it is that you really want, and trying to remain flexible while also prioritizing what's important to you, what you want to be experiencing, making sure that you know what the idea is. I think just to make sure that you're not making choices that would take you in the opposite direction more than anything. Like, it's not like you need to plan everything specifically. It just feels like if you have a loose concept of what you want to be doing, you're going to know the feeling if you're doing something that's going against that and maybe taking you in an opposite direction. So it feels like just for directional purposes, this being helpful as you're figuring things out, working with the situations that you have, what you can do given the situation that you're in. Okay. Seeing the Tower on the bottom of the deck, and I'm also seeing Justice, Three of Pentacles, Three of Swords. This can be something that it came time for this to be corrected, but it can kind of come about in maybe a more grand or dramatic way, maybe more intense. Feels like not allowing something to slide anymore, maybe. So you can really feel like you're moving forward here. Because I am seeing this moment of clarity. I feel like this moment of pristine clarity that you're experiencing for you in your personal life on a personal level. And I think too, you're very clear on what you want. Now, knowing what it is that you want, knowing what's going on within your heart, this idea that you have for yourself about where you want to be going, there can be something difficult about honoring this. about honoring what you want, taking those steps, about honoring this clarity, about trusting yourself, about doing this for you. Because I feel too like this is a notion about prioritizing yourself in a way that maybe you weren't before, and you can know that it's like absolutely necessary for this part of the trip. Like, you must be doing this now. You must prioritize your heart. You must prioritize your self-expression. You must prioritize your truth, yourself, in order to, I think, ensure the experience that you want. Not just now, but also later down the line, to be going where you want to be going. You know, within reason. It's not like you're saying it has to be like this, this, and that, but it's to say that when you have a good idea of where you want to be going and what you want to be doing, it's going to inform your current steps, and just using it as that much of a tool. And it will also inform what steps not to take as well, and that being something important here. Because this is happening, it can be creating a bit of a shift and a bit of a tower right now within your life. There can be some stuff that is not aligned with this vision that you have of your future. There can be stuff that's not aligned with what you want. And so towers can be happening to remove those things, to make sure that they're not blocking you. And even though towers can feel kind of disruptive because it's sort of like current construction that's going on within your life, at the same time, this is going to help you build what you want. And it's going to make room for what you want. It's going to make space for what you want. So it's about seeing, like, do you matter that much to yourself to honor this or not? What choice are you going to make? Are you worth it? Do you believe that you are? Because it doesn't even feel like a moment of figuring things out at this point. It feels like you know. So will you honor what you know? Will you honor yourself? I'm seeing Ace of Cups and I'm seeing Six of Cups on the bottom of the deck. You can have a connection that's available to you, a new chapter that's becoming available to you. This doesn't look unfamiliar. Okay, I'm seeing Chariot. This can also be about you connecting with yourself too. And maybe even too, you are more aware of the type of connection that you want to be experiencing, and this is the type of new chapter that you're opening. I think also too, not waiting and saying like this has to be this way or that has to fall into place. This feels like I know what I want, I'm going to act on what I can when I can, and I'm going to honor that. It feels like you making the first step and then life is going to fall into place here, is the feeling that I get. With your future, remaining flexible while still prioritizing what's important to you. Having a plan, having an idea more than anything of the bigger picture, and then doing what you can to sort of move in that direction. Even though it can be a hard situation to be in, I'm seeing that you are very much going to accomplish it. I'm seeing the Chariot here, which shows you figuring it out. It shows that there will be stuff that pops up. There are things that feel like barriers, challenges, quizzes, puzzles. At the same time, having that Chariot there shows you overcoming these things. It shows nothing getting in your way, nothing blocking you. At the end of the day, there can be like temporary stuff that pops up, but Chariot shows you moving through all of those things. It doesn't show anything stopping you. In a way, I do get the sense that this is about what's moving you on a practical and emotional level for yourself personally, honoring that. I think too, honoring a part of you that may be more gentle and sensitive, and so it can be difficult to honor that part of yourself, especially when other things or people are sort of overpowering or maybe speaking more loudly. To tune in and to get quiet and to listen to what this part of you has to say, because it is so wise and it will guide you to what feels right within your life and to recognize. What I'm seeing is that there is some standing structure within your life that looks like it's going through reconstruction here. And this can be something where you have to be flexible to maybe what feels like the inconvenience of this happening, while knowing that what is going to be taken down and rebuilt is going to be much more to your liking, and that is necessary, and to allow that to be happening because you are honoring your new structure and your new ways and the most relevant values that you have. This can mean too that before you were like, well, maybe I think I want this, maybe I think I want that. There's a restructuring that's going on. And so you're getting more familiar with like what you actually want, what you actually need, what actually holds worth for you, like what you really want that experience to be like. And because of this, that old stuff that's not resonating with you anymore, it has to come apart so that the relevant stuff can be built now. And it's going to help you feel more connected. It's going to connect you with what you really do want. And so it's going to be this rebuilding from a place that feels very genuine to you, from a place that comes from your heart. And allowing the old structure to fall away, to only keep what's relevant, and to rebuild this new concept. And it feels like a very genuine one for sure. I think this is what's being built, like something that's going to come of this is that you're going to be able to connect in the way that you want to. I feel like this is going to help you have the type of community, the type of friendships that you want around you, the type of partnerships that you want. Anything that's going to appeal to you on an emotional and spiritual, energetic level, where I'm seeing something about you feeling connected. This can be socializing for some of you. It's about basically the energies that are around you, you allowing yourself to be seen for this part of you that is connected with your heart, and to be supported within that, and to be in a supportive environment. So one that you feel like celebrates you and supports you. And that's something that's being built. And there will be some hurdles, but this is the vision that you have, and this is what you're going to do. And this is you honoring that. And I think too, when you get in touch most deeply with yourself, you know this to be true, and that's why it's worth doing this. For some of you too, it's stuff that you're doing now where like you see the vision of this, and it's about honoring that, because this is what's going to come to fruition if you really do honor this and stick with it. This is something that will bring a sense of connection and intimacy into your life, where you'll be able to get to have those emotional experiences and that sense of fulfillment that you are wanting to connect with. And it doesn't even feel like it's just going to be with one person. This feels like a community of some sort, or like a family of some sort, something like that, that's being built. And it feels of like energies that see you in a way that you want to be seen, and that recognize you in a way that you want to be recognized. It does mean, though, that the old system is being taken apart so this new one can be developed. So there can be some figuring out, like does this building go? Does just part of the building go? What needs to be restructured here? It's like, it's going to be that. And I feel like this is going on like in a personal area of your life. And for some of you, you could even be like partly in charge of making this happen too. You know, it may not be the easiest thing, but that this could really be something, and I'm seeing it be very possible for you to accomplish. Intellectual and emotional property of yours that you are going to be acting on now. Attracting and putting together what it is that you want. I feel like there are sides of you that you get to explore, activate, and experience through this process that you will enjoy. And that it's a worthy investment for you and for your future, and also feels like just the next steps to be taking now. It's going to take a lot of... It's going to take practicality, it's going to take planning, it's going to take organizing, it's going to take that steadfast energy. However, I'm seeing this be something within you that I feel like you have that within you to do it. So it feels like it's not requiring anything from you that you don't have. It just requires maybe some exertion, but it all feels like stuff that you can definitely tap into, that you have available to you. It seems like it's about seeing this through. And being quiet enough to recognize that. I feel like this is also will bring things into your life where you feel like you can relax. Maybe in a way that you hadn't so much before. Like maybe this can bring something that feels more relaxing or peaceful mentally for you, where it doesn't feel like you still have more to do by the time you get to where you're trying to go with this. Okay. When I was putting Two of Pentacles back, which is a card about flexibility and prioritizing, it was going in with the Magician, which is about needing to remain mentally open and flexible. Like you have this loose idea of what it is that you're doing here, but like allow yourself to co-create with the universe. While that was happening, this little bug flew by my face, and usually when there's something like a fly-like creature, it can speak about like minor annoyances that we experience. And so there can be some stuff that you're like, I have this plan and I want this to happen, and there may be some scenarios where it doesn't always shake out exactly like that. Be flexible, because these can be times when there's divine intervention happening, and if you go with the flow rather than fight against it, you're gonna get the best outcome here. So just keep that in mind as you're going through this. I feel like you're very clear on what's going on, that this is going to create something that you want, that this is worthwhile to you, that this will be a stabilized structure. It just feels like making the choice and acting on it. I feel like your expertise is going to help you with this, and I think you becoming the authority when it comes to this, and maybe even being the leader of this can be helpful too. If you feel like you're not in that position, there can be somebody else that you appoint into that position, but it does feel like there's gonna have to be like somebody in charge. Yeah, I feel like this is gonna be the best of both worlds for you. Working through a time of healing and a major completion that's occurring. Yeah. This marks the beginning of a new journey. I'm seeing it feels like a new journey, a new adventure, and I do feel like there are social connections that are a part of this. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.